Got to replace the backup camera on the Silverado here, so we'll walk you through that. Picture gets really grainy. Here's a few images of what it currently looks like. As you can see, it's pretty pathetic. So I got a new OEM one from GM, and yeah, let's go ahead and get it installed. First thing you want to do is drop the spare tire so you can get access to the connector. So you need your key, pull out the special plug that prevents that area from getting any water intrusion or anything. And then under your passenger seat or somewhere in your truck, you should have the specialty bar to go in. So you want the large end going in first. Feel around, you'll feel it slide in properly. There, it's in. I can see I can't turn it. Little trick, use a 14mm socket, and you can go ahead and get this down real quick and easy. So next thing you're going to want to do is get access to the handle where that camera is at. So just have to remove whatever's in your way. And then a T15 Torx. We're going to remove this panel here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. So let's go ahead and get those removed. This guy will come right off. Just be careful not to scratch any paint. And then you can see in here, your camera access is right here, so we're going to have to go ahead and undo these 2 screws. So it turns out it's a T20, and one thing that's very interesting, kind of pretty cool. So you can see here's the wire, here's the cable that's feeding it. Not sure why there's tape on it. There is an abrasive shielding over that, so if from the factory they just shield it and put tape on it. And you can see right here, it goes right through, down the center hole of the truck. So knowing that it comes through the center of the body here, we follow it all the way around. I'm going to see it's this guy. There's a red clip here, so we have to remove that. Let's get that off completely. So that's just the red tab to make sure it doesn't come off. There we go. Super simple and easy. And I'll show you on the bench real quick too what this red tab actually does. Now you want to go ahead and make sure you get this wire all freed up. So one of the clips is giving me a little grief. So just a small precision flathead, and I'll show you how to unclip these grenade strips so they don't ever let it come off with your hands. Let's see if we can get a shot of it. So it's this guy right here that I'm having a problem with. So you can see there's a little tang that sticks over here. Get the flathead portion of it inside and just rotate, and it should free it up, and just let it go. So this wire is fully free. So let's go ahead and remove the 2 T20 Torx screws that are right on the case. See if you can clearly see them. There's one right here and one right there. Let's go ahead and get those removed. Exactly how this guy is. Oh, simple, super simple. Just pops right out. Go ahead and you can see the plug is right there. It's just a little bit of twisting and finesse, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna get that all the way through. There we go. So here's both of them. And yeah, as you can see, the new one here also has the blue tape with the abrasive shielding on it. So that's intended from the factory. One thing I did notice though too, so this is the original one. If you can see, the glass lens itself is flat. On the new one, it's got a bubble to it. So I'm interested to see how this is actually going to look in the backup camera if I get a little bit more wider angle and visibility to the sides of the truck. So let's go ahead and get this installed. First thing we're going to have to do is feed this end back through that same hole through here. So we're going to have to come up with some way to actually feed this through properly. The way this red clip is designed is a redundant feature to allow it so that way this doesn't accidentally get unplugged. If you can see right now with this red piece out, you can push on the tang here and this end will delatch from its mating part. When this is in there, it physically blocks that piece from being able to be squeezed down. So that's why that red piece has to come out. And there's nothing wrong with pulling this red piece out completely. You're not going to damage anything. It's just, it's what it's designed to do. So trying to feed this through by hand was a pain in the butt. So just to be safe on the safe side, I took some electrical tape, covered this lens so as this is sliding around because this guy's got some memory to it. If this gets rubbed or touched, I'm not worried about it getting damaged. And then if you have one of those like long magnetic reachers or anything like that you have, go ahead and just take some electrical tape, tie it around to it. Stay away from the block because of how narrow the hole is. You don't want to try to get both of these items through that hole at the same time. You just need to be able to get the one through. So let's go ahead and feed that through. That's all through. Yuck. So next step will be take a rag, clean that grody ass spot out. I like to use these lanolin cloths. You get them, they're for your hands, but they do really good. Nothing on there is going to harm the plastic. It's kind of like a wet duster. So remove the tape that you had on there originally to protect it. And then go ahead and get it lined up and plug it back in. Be very careful not to scratch the lens. You can see there's an alignment. So I can get a better shot for you. You want to make sure you get the lens alignment into that hole that's down there properly. You don't want to scratch the lens here and feel like an idiot. There it goes. Nice in its resting place. Go ahead and get your screws with the T20. Just wait till it bottoms out, and then just do a snug turn. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this piece back on. I prefer to start these by hand since that's my preference. Helps if you put it in the right way. So, learn from my mistake. There's an arrow here. Arrow means up. Up means when the tailgate is closed. So let's go ahead and spin this around. T15 again. Remember, if you're going to do these with a drill, make sure your torque setting on your drill is all the way down to 1. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the plug connected underneath. And pull the remaining wire through. Go ahead and route it into that. Now these, you just squeeze to close it. Make sure the actual wire is in there first. Now you can go ahead and squeeze and close it. You see how that clamps in on it? Same thing over here. Let's make sure the wire's in it this time. Go ahead and clamp it closed. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Nice and in. Push that little red grenade clamp back in as well. Boom. Done. That's snug. We're all set. Next thing, let's go ahead and get this wheel back up in the air. Go ahead and put this end back in there. You'll feel a click. Put them in. Again, 14 millimeter. you'll feel it get in there nice and tight and snug. Here's what she looks like now, nice and new. Let's see what the video looks like.